The West Texas town of El Paso has a rich and vibrant history that many of us are unaware of. Let us start out with some very interesting facts that you probably don't know about your city. The first Thanksgiving was held by Spanish explorer Don Juan de Oñate, April 30th, 1598. The 4 dead in 5-second shootout in 1881 gave El Paso the nickname Six-Shooter Capital. Isleta del Sur is one of only 2 Native American reservations in Texas. On July 4th, 1945, the margarita was allegedly invented by Pancho Morales at Thomas Place Bar. However, the main focus of this film is the history of the El Paso Mission Trail. In this film we will look at Isleta, Socorro, and San Elizario. Located 12 miles and about 20 minutes outside of El Paso, the Isleta Mission is the first and oldest mission on the trail. The mission was founded by the Tigua Indians in 1682 following the Pueblo Revolt of 1680. It is the oldest parish in the state of Texas. Right here you just walk through the front door of the mission. As you walk through, you take notice of the beautiful old benches, which are the original benches from when the mission was first built. In 1848, following the Treaty of Hidalgo, the mission was transferred from Mexico to the United States. It is at this point the Mexican friars abandoned the mission. French priests were brought in until 1881 when the Jesuits took over. A fire burnt the roof off in 1907, taking the original bell tower with it. Here we see a photo of a traditional Tigua celebration. This celebration takes place on June 13th of every year. After the fire in 1907, the original bell was moved down to the courtyard. The original hall is no longer used for mass, only for special occasions. In 1991, Bishop Ochoa switched the responsibility of the mission over to the Franciscans, who run it until this day. Here we see a cutaway of the original adobe structure. It is amazing that a structure made of mud, clay, and grass has stood for so long. In 1991, a community effort was made to begin restoration, which continues today.
The Socorro Mission is the second mission on the El Paso Trail and is located 2 miles away from Isleta. The mission came to be after the Pueblo Revolt of 1680. The first permanent church building was devoted in 1692. In 1740, a devastating flood swept the first church away, but unfortunately in 1829, another flood destroyed the newly built church. The present building was devoted in 1843.
But some things take a long time.
Just as the Isleta mission, the Socorro mission is also made with adobe. Since the adobe bricks were set directly into the ground without any kind of foundation, indoor moisture cannot escape, building up on the inside of cement stucco, eroding the walls and causing severe damage to the mission itself. Tradition holds that the original pito sellers finally decorated the beams, also known as vigas, and the corbels in the 18th century mission, and were later reused when the present church was constructed.
Back and forth, bloody fingers painting up the sky.
Thanks to La Purísima Restoration Committee, we can fully enjoy the beauty and the magnificence of the Socorro mission of what it is today.
San Elizario, the last mission on the trail, is located only 8 miles from the Isleta mission. It housed volunteers from California during the Civil War to stop the Confederacy from occupying the area, but it was originally used for Mexican troops in the 1770s. This woman talks about how the troops being quartered there affected her ancestry. She explains how when she was younger, she always wondered who her great-grandfather was, when in actuality, he was a soldier.
I said, Dad, what was your dad's name? I don't know. I never saw him in my house. So I said, "Hi, Dad, ¿a poco no sabe who your dad is?"
Right.
No, I never saw a man,
Right.
you know. So anyway, little by little, I started, questioning things. So one day I went to this house, with my friend, an old lady, and she says, "Who's this little pretty girl?" With almost blonde hair. My mama used to call me that I had the hair like corn, that the hair that grows in the corn.
When Mexico won its independence from Spain in 1822, San Eli became part of Chihuahua. It became part of Texas with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. Out of all of the missions, San Eli is the only one that holds Mass in the original mission. The current chapel was constructed in 1877 after an earlier one was destroyed due to flooding. Here, Miss Lopez talks about a flood that took out a house
2
on the
years
mission.
ago, 4th of July, we were having a cookout over at my son's house, next to the house, and somebody hit the water. What do you call it?
Water tank?
Yes. And we had fireworks and music outside. We didn't hear it.
Oh no.
So a guy comes over and said, "Miss, there's a lot of water all over the road and all over. The house was full of water." So it started falling. Little by little, it started falling. So that was it. That house must have been about the oldest here, 150 years.
Wow.
The uphill battle of restoration to the San Elizario mission continues to this day.